Wrekin Housing Trust's main purpose is to provide affordable housing within the Shropshire, Telford and wider areas for those that are in need of that housing. But the most important thing is to provide not only the new build housing that's out there, but for the Wrekin Housing Trust providing new build housing that's affordable. This particular site at Highbridge Hall is one where we're retaining the facade, so we're keeping the side and the front elevations of the scheme. We're also retaining a number of features where we can from inside, hadn't suffered too much damage. The brickwork will all be cleaned, all the stonework will all be cleaned up. We'll look to replicate old windows that were in there, so we'll look after the building. But obviously the most important thing is that we're providing the two-bedroom apartments for elderly and vulnerable people in the area. In addition to that, there's obviously the employment benefits for people working here, and there's social benefits as well, so in terms of not just the jobs created by here, but due to the investment in the area, apprenticeships and things like that.
The idea was to redevelop the site and to make it more appealing. The properties are more lettable. We're also utilising more space that was on site. Quite a high demand for 2 and 3 bed properties in the area for new tenants and families looking to move into larger properties.
We're at Princess Avenue in Arleston, and we're demolishing currently 32 properties ready to start in earnest, and they'll be replaced by 45 properties, which will be a mixture of 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom houses, but also some much needed bungalows. We're putting modular homes on here as a partnership with a construction ready partnership involving some BT passive homes. So essentially we're looking to get people that aren't currently in work. They'll be trained how to construct these type of properties off-site. They'll then be delivered flat pack essentially to site, erected again by the same individuals as part of the training programme to hopefully get those people back into work. Houses only get demolished when they're performing poorly. So poor performance maybe that we're struggling to let those properties. They're in areas where people don't want them, or they're just not the type of property that they want, or in terms of maintenance costs they're becoming unviable to maintain. But the Wrekin Housing Trust have a commitment for every 1 property that are demolished, it's replaced with at least 2.
Here in Mannersley, we're currently constructing 9 bungalows, 2 of which will be specifically adapted for wheelchair users. We acquired the site from Telford and Wrekin Council and working with them quite closely on this project in order to deliver the units. And there don't seem to be a lot of properties in the area that provide the facilities that wheelchair users need, so it's a nice opportunity to provide a couple of those units for people who are in need. It was previously a site of 3 blocks of flats that were very run down, very difficult to let, gone beyond their sort of economical value really to the group. And we're going to rebuild with 23 new properties. They're a mixture of 2 and 3 beds, and there's going to be a couple of bungalows here as well. With building the new properties, we invested in the area, taking that antisocial behaviour element out of it, and actually removing the blot on the landscape, which were the flats. So yeah, it's all positive. We've had very, very positive feedback. Generally, the residents were glad to see the back of the flats, and then obviously in demolishing the flats, remove the problems with the antisocial behaviour that we were having. Yeah.